And as they remove them, they rail and rant about freedom. And in the process, they end up evoking the image of the founders and that fight for freedom. So it kind of leads us to wonder, how would the founders have responded to this situation?
Well, they certainly wouldn't have shut down the entire country for over a year.
All across this country right now, you have governors removing mandates.
Good. I am tired of these bull regulations and lockdowns and all this stuff.
And as they remove them, they rail and rant about freedom. And in the process, they end up evoking the image of the founders and that fight for freedom. So it kind of leads us to wonder, how would the founders have responded to this situation?
Well, they certainly wouldn't have shut down the entire country for over a year. Especially for a plague that predominantly focused on the elderly and not young people.
What would Washington have done if he had to deal with lockdowns and quarantines and essential workers, stuff like that? How would he have reacted? Well, I mean, he wouldn't have reacted because he's the one who ordered it.
No, he did not.
In Boston, as an example, there was smallpox, and Washington had had that in Barbados. He knew how devastating it could be to an army. So he locked down Boston, told civilians, kind of, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. They couldn't come into the military zone. He ordered strict quarantines of his troops. When his troops had to go into Boston or the surrounding areas, only those who had already had it and only those that had a real reason to go could go. You might call them essential workers.
These two situations are completely different. One is keeping people away from the military, and the other, which we are going through right now, is shutting down the entire goddamn country. One is during a time of war, specifically a revolutionary war, and another is during a time of peace. These two kinds of situations couldn't be any more different. You are not a good journalist, nor are you a good historian. There is no way that Washington would be for the kinds of lockdowns we are having right now. No way. Not at all. These people were strongly opposed to strong governments, especially at the federal level. To say that Washington keeping people from Boston trying to go into where his military were exactly is nowhere near the same. He probably would not have mandatory mask mandates. Stop with your utter bullshit revisionist history. Go yourself, you goddamn authoritarian c***. That's it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a share, subscribe, and of course follow me on Medium. Help me reach more people. Follow me there and share my articles and give them 50 claps. And of course, if you really like my content, consider donating to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi. Do all this and I'll see y'all later.